Welcome back, everybody, for a non-Wednesday episode. For this session, we will continue our adventure through the Death House. Share that with you there, Mark. Mark, I don't know why Mr. Jeeves is way up there in the by the crypts. Thought you were going with the rest of them.
Maybe I was planning ahead. I don't know. Planning my future death again.
Okay, well, just a brief catch-up. The last we saw everyone, two were possessed by the ghost of children, and you guys had just slain a bunch of ghouls. Alexandra is pretty gravely injured, and there seems to be some southern and western tunnels to explore, as well as some stairs that seem to go down.
Not been down here. Can I search for traps?
Sure, go ahead and roll a perception check. Alright, you don't detect any traps where you are.
Anybody? I guess we keep on moving.
Yeah, we're not in initiative, so you guys go ahead and just tell me what you would like to do.
I need some healing.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Now
Now I
that
can
you
hear.
asked the question, yes.
Yes. So, Sunraiser, you haven't rolled your short rest recovery points yet.
Rolling those, it takes like an hour of rest, so...
Well, we did that when we stopped the game last time, but me and Jack already did it, but the other two party members didn't.
Oh, well, I suppose I will do that now then.
Well, if we're gonna roll those dice, we do need to get to an area where you can take a rest.
We already took the rest.
Yeah, we took the rest back in that room.
I'm just saying, like, when we closed the episode, only two of us rolled the recovery points for it.
When you closed the episode, weren't you down here?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So you took a rest down here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. Like, that's how we stopped for the night.
Huh.
I think we took a rest up here in the room with.
The room with the
door.
table. Yeah.
Okay. I don't recall applying a short rest, but if I need to, I will.
Well, I know for sure that me and I believe it was Jack already like recovered hit points from it.
Okay, well, I will just roll my dice then. That was a good roll.
Yeah, as good as it can be. You want to hit one more of those, or...?
Well, I need to use my second wind to do it.
Oh, are you out of hit die? No, you've
No,
got
I
one
still
left.
have one more, but I thought it was a short rest. I thought I could only use one. Okay, well, I'll just use up the other then.
Yeah, it just basically makes it a 2-hour rest when you use two.
Okay, well, that's fine. We're good to go then, I guess.
Alright, very well then.
I have a feeling we should explore these other tunnels before we head further down. The chanting seems to be coming from below.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I'm going to head down this one. Slowly.
Alright. You can see the that little hallway there ends at a corner, turns to the left. Okay, when you reach the corner, you see that it appears to turn to the right into...
Another corner!
Yeah, to another corner.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay. From there,
Don't
you can see.
ask that question.
You can see the south end of this room has a door. You can see that there is a chandelier suspended above a table in the middle of this room. There's 2 high-backed chairs that flank the table. There's an empty clay jug and 2 clay flagons on top of it. Iron candlesticks stand in 2 corners. Their candles long since melted away. And on the north side of the room, there seems to be another corridor.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything inside the jars?
Sure.
Be very careful. This room, something is off.
I agree. Something bodes not well.
Great rolls. There's nothing in the jugs.
Then I push them off the table to the floor.
Okay, Link.
Perception for the room in general for me.
Just looking around the room.
Yeah.
From where you're standing, you can probably see a little bit further into that area there to the north. Mr. Jeeves, were you opening that door, or are you just standing by it?
I think I'll wait for a vote.
Open it, but be careful of traps. Stand off to the side.
I'll check it for traps.
Go ahead and roll a perception check. You do have some kind of sense of danger, but you're not sure exactly why. It's just that as you study the door, the hackles on your neck go up.
Stand off to the side before you open it.
Hang on, don't open it just yet.
Illusion time.
That's what I was thinking. I can't really get a good look at the other side, so I'm left up to luck, but examine this side and then try the illusionary door by imagining what this would look like flipped on the reverse.
Flipped on the reverse, like in oh, so you're attempting to cast to where, yeah, I see, to where it would still look closed from the other side. You're just assuming that it would look like a mirror image, basically.
Exactly.
I understand what you're doing. Okay. That's gonna make this interesting. Okay.
Oh lord.
Well, see, I wonder if that southern corridor will wrap around. Maybe, because it seems pretty interconnected.
I think we're about to find out. Let's just hope this works.
So,
Alright. So I guess I'm opening the door.
excellent.
Hello, lady.
After I do the illusionary door trick.
Yes.
Alright, do that.
When you grab the door handle, you feel it begin to fuse with the flesh of your hand. The handle morphs into a fleshy tongue, and hideous teeth grow with frightening speed all around it. Your entire forearm is yanked within its gaping mouth. The likeness of your face pushes through the surface of the door and the illusion, but it's giant, twisted, and has too many eyes. Tentacles spring out from the surface of the door as the whole thing begins to undulate, and it begins to lurch towards you.
Oh
Roll
dear
for
god,
initiative.
that's horrible.
Kill it! Kill it with fire!
Run and dive in the well.
Run and dive in the well. Well, first, Mark, I need a check from you for $20. No, I mean to get out of its grip. It seems to be trying to fuse with your flesh.
You want a strength check?
Let me just double check here. Roll an escape check. You can do that with your dexterity, which is probably better than your strength.
Oh yeah.
So escape. I think that's a skill.
E.
All right. That's actually just enough.
I think escape has actually been rolled into acrobatics this time around.
Oh, I got that too. It's the same modifier, +5.
Well, the +5 really helped you. You yank your hand free before its teeth clench down on your forearm. Okay, so first to act will be the surprise round that the door gets. And let's see.
Back.
All right, it's gonna whip at you with its.
Hey,
It's gonna whip at you with its tentacles, Mr. Jeeves.
more tentacles.
Yeah, but it misses. All right, so now initiative order starts, and Alexandra will go first.
Just as long as there's no caterpillars.
I want to stab it. I'm going to stab it with my rapier.
Okay.
Ooh, mimic.
That is a hit. Yes, and that seems effective.
Stop trying to eat my butler.
Yeah, it looks weird because when it pulls back farther than where it started out, the illusion that Jack cast makes it look like a normal door for a second. But then it's right back pushing toward you. And if that's the end of your turn, Mr. Jeeves, you'll go next.
Same deal. Rapier.
All right, rape it up.
That sounds really wrong.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Cool.
Alexandra, were you were using your rapier? You'd had to get in closer to have actually done that.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. Yeah.
So does that count as sneak effect?
Yes, because Alexandra's next to you. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
You were really mad at that door.
You pierce the door. It seems to recoil in pain, but it looks like it's got still plenty of fight left in it, and it's going to fight now as it attempts to bite you.
Bring it.
It is a hit. And it hits for 5. It rolled minimum damage. You can feel that part of its bite seems to destroy part of your flesh, so it's pretty dangerous. Next up's Jack. But you can feel it fuse part of your flesh off.
This house is the same. Even the furniture tries to kill you.
Can I get a clear shot on the door?
Can you get a clear shot on what?
I don't think
Door.
I couldn't hear you.
Can I get a clear shot on the door?
Yes. It's if you're shooting through your friends there, it'll be a -2 to hit because they will give it cover. That's still a easy hit though. Wow, 22. Yeah. So you send an arrow into it. How much damage does it do?
Alexandra's there, so it's a sneak attack, right?
Yes. Thwing. In goes the arrow. 12 points of damage. Good job.
Also dismiss the illusion.
Alright. It's easier to see it now. Anything else, or is that in your turn? All right, Elias.
Did you apply the damage to the door? Because it doesn't look like it took any.
Oh, let me count damage. Hold on. So we had 5 and 18 and an 8. Huh. I don't think so. Here, I'll do it manually. There we go.
Yeah, I don't think it actually went to the door. Yeah.
All right, well, it's your turn.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to use Sacred Flame on the door where I'm at.
Go ahead.
And the music is going down for me.
Yeah, me too. It failed its save, so go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 8. Awesome.
All right, max damage. Any movement?
Yes. No, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
All right. Then, when your turn's done, Alexandra.
I'm going to finish it off with my whip.
All right, you strike it with the whip. Loud crack as it does max damage. And Jeeves will be after your turn.
Alrighty.
Send this thing back to hell, Butler.
That's definitely a hit.
Should be easy to hit being a door.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, excellent hit. The rapier looks very effective as Mr. Jeeves stabs it through one of the eyes that kind of looks like it's made of his own face there. How creepy. It's taken on
I
Jeeves-like
wonder what Freud would
creatures.
have to say about something like this.
All right, and if you're done, Mr. Jeeves, the mimic will go. Okay. Let's see here. Yep, it's going to attempt to bite you, Mr. Jeeves. And it misses. How unfortunate. I'm not rolling well for these monsters tonight. All right, Jack.
Stupid door.
Let's
Might
see.
be a
It's
miss.
AC. It's AC. Nope, that misses.
Can I make a verbal mark to remember where the arrow is and try and recover it later?
Yep.
Mental.
A verbal mental note.
Yes.
Elias, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna toss the javelin right through its face.
All right, the javelins come into play.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, it's a hit.
Okay, good.
All right. Javelin is now stuck inside this door imposter.
And I'll stay
Looks
where
like
I'm at.
it's definitely not feeling well at this point. You've seen a marked change in its behavior now. looks wounded. Alexandra.
I've had enough of this creature. Finished off with my rapier.
All right. It is a hit. Ooh, and that will end the mimic. So how do you want it to go out?
I'm going to pierce it through its other eye and listen to its squelching sounds of liquid horror as it shrieks and shrivels and dies.
Okay. You've never heard the scream of a door until today. As its death throes silence it. So now you can see
Relish
beyond
the sound,
the door.
my friends. That is the sound of victory.
There's a short hallway that turns to the left beyond where the door attacked you.
Onwards, men.
Okay, you can see the full room from here.
Oh, it does flip around there.
Looks
Yeah.
like a lot of skeletons.
Oh yes, there are indeed.
I don't have a very good feeling about this room.
Can I search it for any traps?
Let me
Or,
describe
like-
it first. This
Okay.
room is festooned with moldy skeletons that hang from rusty shackles against the walls. A wide alcove in the south wall contains a crude, well, I thought I edited that. It does. Contain a crude painting of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak, his pale left hand resting on the head of a wolf that stands next to him. All around him are figures in black cloaks on their knees with outstretched arms. To the right of the painting stands a small table with a blood-stained dagger. The room has exits in the west and north walls, and chanting can be heard coming from the west. And Jeeves, you said that you wanted to search?
Yeah, for any traps or anything little missing.
How are you going about the search? Just standing where you're at and looking?
I'd rather not touch anything right now.
Oh yeah, because you don't want it to fuse with your flesh?
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I'll just give it a good thorough looking around from right about here.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception. Alright. Let me see if there's anything here. On the east wall, there seems to be a layer of clay over the wall that does not quite look natural.
Okay. Any traps or anything?
From where you're standing and just looking, you can't really tell. So, okay. How will I know if you're asleep or not?
I think we lost someone on Discord again.
Alright. Good night, y'all. Okay. So,
Is the blood on this dagger fresh?
are you picking the dagger up to check?
I did.
Okay, when you pick up the dagger,
Oh.
Oh Lord, here we go. Hang on.
already rolling initiative. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh Lord.
As you pick up the dagger, it seems like the shadows that you're all casting start to move in weird ways that you don't really feel are natural. Jack, are you in that room?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and move your token in so I know exactly where you want her to be.
Can I put the dagger back down?
Yes, but first some stuff's gonna happen.
Okay, fuck it. I'll just hold on to it then.
Yep. Even the shadows cast by the painting start moving on their own.
Wait,
of their
wait,
own
I've
accord.
seen this movie. Everybody, turn off all the lights.
Actually, that was my first plan.
Hopefully I'm not still glowing like a light bulb then.
That should be over by now.
Oh boy. I hit the wrong button.
I'm going to douse my lantern.
That would just leave the light that Mr. Jeeves is holding. Jack, for combat purposes, you're kind of in between squares. Could you choose a square to stand in? Elias, too.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
One step closer to the door.
Alright, and everyone rolled initiative, correct? I know Jack did.
Can I roll it again?
I haven't done it yet.
No, if you've done it, don't do it again.
Whoa.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, these horrible shadows. I can give you a better.
Wait, there's only 4 of us. Why are there 5 shadows?
The painting's casting a shadow as well.
Oh.
That's what a shadow looks like, as it's assassinating
Oh,
someone.
that's great.
Let's hope it's affected by physical.
All right, there won't be a surprise round. Jack will actually go first. But just to describe what you've got here, they look like some kind of undead that it resembles some kind of exaggeration of human shadows. And from the darkness, these shadows reach out to feed on you. So go ahead, Jack. You've got first shot here.
Shout at the top of my lungs, I am sick and tired of everything trying to take a bite out of me. Green flame blade.
All right, that's a hit.
So we get sneak attack with me being so close, right?
Yes, you do get sneak attack, and green flame blade will hurt an additional 1. Excellent. Looks like might not have been totally effective, but it definitely wounded the your enemy. And it's
And there's
automatic.
2 fire damage to the next one.
Yeah, and the next one is let's see, you hit number 4, so the 5, I guess, is the one it hit. You can tell that although your attacks hurt it, it didn't look. It looked like they were resistant to your damage. So next up will be the shadows.
These are not flesh and blood.
Did you need to take any movement or anything?
No, I'm good. I'm just shouting again.
Okay. They're going to attempt to drain your strength, Alexandra, the one that is right by the painting.
Good fucking luck. I don't have a whole lot of it to begin with.
Yeah, that's extra bad. It does hit and scores 9 points of damage. You feel and see that the veins in your arms and stuff look like they constrict. This is some very unnatural and evil damage that you're taking here. You feel like it may have drained some of that strength, as it also stole some of your vitality.
Nice. Hopefully it's nothing too permanent.
Alright, next one is going to also attack Alexandra. It's the one above it there on the map. And it also hits. For 11 damage. Alexandra is pretty hurt.
Dang.
I suggest we get the fuck out of this room.
Shadow number 3. That's the one by Elias. And it's going to attempt to do the same to you. And hits. 6 damage. Shadow number 4 is going to attack Jack. For 12 damage. And Jack falls unconscious.
Oh god.
Oh, fantastic.
Alright, Mr. Jeeves, you are the next target. You take 11 damage. Which is all pretty heavy.
Wow.
Elias and
we
Alexandra.
need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Jeeves, do you think you can carry Jack?
I'll try.
I want to dagger down, disengage, and run.
Okay. Disengaging will not provoke attacks of opportunities. Where do you want to run? You can move 30. Your friends give you a path out if you want to go to the east. Or, well, either direction, really. Your friends...
I'm gonna head north.
Okay. North is to the left there.
Alright.
It's to the north, but... Alright. Elias?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah, it was your turn, actually.
Oh, okay.
We'll just skip Alexandra's turn. Since she was disengaging. But yeah, Elias, what were you doing?
If we're sure that that Jeeves is going to handle Jack, I'll follow behind Alexandra. Yeah, because I can't heal him and run at the same time, so I'm just going to leave the room.
Okay, you can move up to 30.
Up to 30?
Up to 30 feet, yep.
Okay.
That's
Move up
5
to
squares. Yep, there you go. Alright, next up, Mr. Jeeves. You're going to pick up Jack.
I'm gonna grab him and run, yes.
Roll a strength check.
Oh dear.
Please do not fail this check.
Bup, bup, bup. Damn it!
Are you serious right now?
You still
my
have your
God.
full turn. That was your use of interacting with an object. So you can still disengage if you want.
Leave.
But
I can't say anything, but
I don't
Since
leave
it
him
wasn't
there.
since it wasn't my turn, can I just move back to where I was? That way I can try to save Jack's ass.
Yes, I'll allow that.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna disengage him.
Okay. You can move 5 squares.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
Jeeves kisses the both of them and then runs.
Exactly.
That's it.
It's
Gotta
Alexandra's
keep my manners.
redo turn.
Okay, so strength check, right?
Yes.
Come on, girl power.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all. I'm carrying this bastard out.
Okie dokie. Jack is with you. And you can... That was just your interaction with an object, so you
Yeah.
can take a full disengage and move.
Okay.
I think I moved too far. I'm going to put myself.
No,
Here.
you moved fine. You moved
Oh,
fine.
okay.
All right.
Since the table is clear, I'm just gonna lay Jack out on the table. So Elias can heal him.
Probably they don't case.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that.
You bastard! You had to open your mouth, didn't you?
Jack made a successful death save, so 2 more of those and he's stable. Actually, let me read up on something. No, okay, that's fine. Yeah, shadow number 1. Let's see how fast these guys are. Whoa. They can move
No woes. No woes.
40 feet, so you guys are gonna get outran.
We're all gonna die.
No, I have a plan. It might be okay.
Alright. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. That is still plenty enough time to attack Mr. Jeeves here. But it's a miss.
Oof.
And next shadow, number 2 here. I'm gonna say it moves into the square that shadow number 1 is. It'll make its attack, then move back. It's another miss. Shadow 3. Come around to get Alexandra.
Oh, great.
And that's a hit. Oh,
And
no.
I'm dead.
You see, Elias, you can see that Alexandra drops unconscious while she's carrying Jack's body. Okay, the other shadows look like they're also in pursuit. And with that,
Eat,
Elias,
run,
it is
Elias.
your turn.
Okay, I know what I must do. With a shout, hold aloft my holy symbol and attempt to turn the undead.
You know that this only works with those that I believe can see you, correct?
See or hear me, so that's why I'm shouting.
Oh, okay. All right. Good luck.
All right. So you want me to pull up something on the library to drag her over, or do you want to do this manually again?
I will roll their will checks. I just need to know your save DC.
Okay. I believe we determined it was 14 total. Like it was 8 as a base, and then it added up to 14. But I forget the actual numbers.
I think it's 8 plus your proficiency plus your wisdom. No, charisma, isn't it?
It's wisdom. Yeah, you're right.
Is it wisdom or charisma?
It's wisdom, and proficiency is 2, and wisdom is. So that's 14. Yeah.
Okay.
Before he does this, can I give him my inspiration?
You're unconscious.
He could inspire me by being unconscious.
I believe that when I explained inspiration, I said you could give it to other players. If I didn't, maybe I should have, because I think that's legit. I think it's actually part of the rule system.
Yeah, I know. I vaguely recall it being. This seems like a good time to give someone else advantage.
Right. So go ahead and remove inspiration from you, and he can do that. He is inspired by the sight of your dead body to turn these undead. So with advantage, I'm not sure how that really works because he doesn't roll anything. But I will make all of these rolls to save with disadvantage. How's that sound?
Appropriate.
All right.
Makes sense.
All right. Shadow number 1 is turned. Let me just
That's
turn
the one next
upside down.
Yeah.
All right. Shadow number 2.
You know, if you're zoomed out far, they kind of look like middle fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of
Yeah.
do. Okay. Shadow number 2. Ooh. Yeah, that disadvantage is really hurting him. Shadow 2 is turned.
Yes.
Disadvantage roll. Oh, wow. Terrible, even without disadvantage. Okay, Shadow 3 is turned.
Yes.
And let's see. Oh my lord, yeah. 3 now. So, Shadow 4. Yes. Yep, Shadow 4 is turned. Hell, you might gain inspiration just for doing this. I guess not really, but normally, like if inspiration wasn't spent on this.
Thank God.
Oh
I have-
wow, I rolled 2 2s. Okay, so you successfully turned all of them.
Okay, and this inspiration turn does not apply necessarily to you know who, right?
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh!
The ghost children.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Yes,
I think both of the ones with ghost children are unconscious right now.
We are.
That's true. That's true. Well, the ghost probably isn't though.
still need to...
Are you giving them disadvantage too?
yes.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Okay, both of the ghosts are seen ripping themselves up out of the bodies of Jack and Alexandra. Thorn immediately begins wailing in horror as he's seeing these shadows. Rose looks like she's concerned about her new friend, Alexandra, and she also looks like she's going to want to be consoling her brother, but they don't do any of that consoling or screaming for long before they start running as far away from Elias as they can. And that would be to the unknown areas that is to the north of Jack.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, Elias, you've used an action to turn undead. You can still move.
Yeah. So I will move 1, 2, 3, 4. I will move see, probably here to just kind of direct them away and to the north, away from us.
Okay. All right, so that was... I think you just saved a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Mr. Jeeves.
Yeah.
They are not threatening you. If you damage them, they will...
They will re-engage.
Yeah.
So be careful.
Yeah, that's safe from. Alright, I'm gonna go down and try and flex my muscles again and help carry a comrade.
Okay. All right, roll a strength check.
Golly!
Wow!
You
Wow.
can't seem to get Jack in a good enough hold to where you can hold on to him there.
It must be the missing flesh from the mimic.
And you moved a little bit more than 30, so that's your entire action. Alexandra just failed a death save and is a little closer to death.
Oh god.
Jack just succeeded on a death save, and I believe that it's his second one. Yeah, just one more and Jack would be stable.
Okay.
Now the shadows go, and I have to choose where. Let's see, they're away from Elias, so shadow number 1. Let's see, where are you gonna go, buddy? Far away from Elias. I believe I know right where they're going. You see it zip off this direction. Let's see.
You guys still there? Or did Discord die on me again?
No, you're good.
Still here.
I'm just counting a lot of squares. These things are pretty quick. Alright. You did that on round 14. No, round 12. Alright. So, and it's round 13 right now. So they'll be turned for until round, let's see, it's 1 minute, correct? So that's 6 rounds. 12, 13, 14, 18, till round 18. Alright.
Is it 1 minute? I can't remember.
Yeah, I believe it's 1 minute.
Let me look it up just to make sure.
Alright, well, while you're looking that up, it is your turn.
Okay, let's see. It's my turn. I'm going, since Alexandra seems to be in worse shape as far as getting her death saves, I'm going to bring her back first.
Alright, and how are you doing so?
And to do that, I will use my last spell slot. A good roll.
Alright. And did that... Oh yeah, that's one of those things we needed to look up to see if it gave you your extra 2 points. I don't know where that +7 all comes from. What is the spell that you cast? Cure Wounds?
Cure wounds, yes.
Yeah, let me see here.
It's
Thank you, Elias.
it's 1d8 plus 7. Is what it reads on my character sheet.
Oh, okay. Well, with your life domain, you get an additional 2 points of healing. So she can take another 2 wound points out. So instead of 21 damage, it'll be 19. And I've adjusted it.
Excellent.
Alright.
Thank you, Elias.
No problem.
Next up will be Jeeves.
All right. I guess we need to stabilize them. Is Jack's doing okay?
Jack's made 2 saves, but he's still rolling death throws every round until he gets stable. You can try a wisdom medicine check.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah, to try to stop the. Well, there's no bleeding. These shadows didn't look like they did any outward physical harm to him. But it looks like you might be able to, help him out somehow.
Pat him on the shoulder, tell him it's all gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It is 1 minute too, by the way. You got it.
Shit, there's a pat on the shoulder.
Yeah. Nope. No luck. So that was your action then, and you can still use your interact with object if you wanted to try to pick him up, or you can do whatever else you'd like. Just let me know.
What do you think, Elias?
He's fine. He's fine where he's at for right now. I need to heal him first anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So next up's Alexandra. You're awake.
Well, first things first, I'm going to close this door. Just
There
in
is
case
no
they
door
decide-
there. You
Door's
killed
dead.
that door.
Oh, never mind. I thought that. Okay, well. We need to get someplace a little bit more safe than this. I suggest we head off further down that hallway.
So as long as my channel divinity is active, Alexandra, the ghosts flee from my actively. So they will move further away from me as long as I move further where they're at. So we'll be good for 1 minute as long as we take quick action with this.
Do you suggest we try to flee from the basement altogether then?
I would suggest so. I can only heal us to stability, and that's about it.
Alright, then I suggest we leave the basement entirely. We'll try to get back to that bedroom and take a rest. I think we've all earned it. One of us will have to carry Jack.
I will if you can't. I am fairly strong, but I do have to heal him first.
I'll try.
Any amount of healing will bring him back to consciousness.
Right, yeah. I'm going to use Lay on Hands for that next turn.
Okay, well, no one will need to carry Jack.
Well, aren't we going to start moving? Can't he heal him while we're moving?
He can start his heal on his turn. You can start moving.
Okay. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to try to carry Jack off. Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, roll strength.
Never mind.
Can't quite get him. Did you want to start moving anyway?
Yep.
Alright, you can move 10 squares if all you're doing is moving.
It's just the stress of the situation.
This has never happened to me before. Alright, next up. Jack, critical success. You stabilize on your own, but you're still unconscious. And next up are the shadows. They will continue to flee.
Yay.
I believe that's all of them. Alright, Elias, your turn.
Alright, we're going to use Lay on Hands on Jack. And we were talking about this before, and I have a pool of 5, but I think I can only use just the 5 HP points. I don't think I can split it up into 5
Yes,
separate.
you can split it up. Yeah.
So does that mean at Paladin level like 3 I can do it 15 times?
Yes, you can distribute it as you see fit, as long as you can touch them.
Okay, well I don't know how I could drag like just 1 point on top of it.
Well, I can take care of his health. You just got to keep track of how many points you've used, and I think there's a spot on your actions to do that.
Okay, I'll use 1 point for that then. Just in case I have to do
Actually,
this.
you know what? I'm sorry. Jack, you're awake. Because you did a critical success on that save, you not only stabilize, but you wake up. So he's got a point of hit. He's got only 14 wound points at the moment.
See Elias's finger coming towards me, his hand. Grab it. Save it. We'll need it. Let's move.
Scared, so almost out of his boots when this happens, but he breathes a sigh of relief and says, "Oh, poor Jack, I'm glad you're back with us."
Oh, that is hilarious. Jack, you can go ahead and move 10 as well. I'm just going to let you do that during this turn. No, you make that at the end of your turn. I'm sorry. So, belay that. Elias, you see that Jack no longer needs your services, so you didn't use your action. Would you like to start booking it?
Yeah, I'll Alexandra said 5,
10 squares.
10.
Yeah.
There's
All
right.
Mr. Jeeves.
Well,
Come on, guys.
I guess I'm gonna run.
Alright. You have cunning action if you'd like to get even further. The dash.
Sure.
I can
Yep.
share. I can share more area. Let me open up the map a little.
Be careful up there. We don't know what else might be trying.
Oh, there's the shadows
Oh, so you can see him, huh?
off to the side of the
Yeah.
map. Yes.
Yeah, they're scooting as far away from they can in fear.
Am I still glowing, Mike?
No,
No.
you guys took a rest.
That was for an hour, and that was a couple few hours ago.
Okay,
Alright,
good.
Alexandra, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move further.
You can actually get up some of the stairs and begin your ascension. Alright.
Yep.
Excellent.
Jack, you're next. You can finally move. Did you get enough rogue levels to get the cunning action?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm focusing on sorcerer.
Okay.
Before I move, I'm going to be a little stupid and call out to Rose and Thorn that will be in their nanny's bedchamber.
When you say that, you actually see their little faces appear just at the end of that hallway, or that area there to your north. They said, "We want to come with you."
If you can, by all means, but I have to go.
Okay, the children run up, and do you want to willingly let them possess
Yes.
you? Okay. Then they
I'll
can,
take Rose back when you have the time.
but you should probably stay far away from Elias for at least the next minute. So as long as he runs ahead of you, I forgot what the range. They can't approach within a certain range of him.
Okay,
30 feet.
so 6 squares.
Yeah.
Can I run until it feels like they're in pain or they start shouting and then
Yep.
do that?
Well, they can't willingly enter his space, but if your willpower's involved, you can kind of tell before they would freak out and run again. So yeah.
Do that.
Okay. Well, we've got let's see, it's around 15, and I said it was 12, so you got about 3 rounds to get up those stairs, and I think that you guys can do it in time. So we'll just skip all of the square movement and all that good stuff and expedite this process.
I agree. Yeah.
Hopefully these shadows don't know where you went. But
They shouldn't.
you start ascending, you get all the way back up to the attic. So we don't have to move our characters or anything, but you end up back in that room with all the sheets on the furniture. Over here. And I've got a good token that just kind of shows the whole party, if you'd like me to throw that on there.
Sure.
Oh, the image you made of the party members?
No, just the cross there. It'll show kind of the room everyone's in.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so that kind of represents the room you're in, and you survived, to my surprise.
Thanks, Mike.
Sorry, I didn't make you touch the dagger.
I wasn't even listening when Alexander did that, and I was like, whoa, what?
Sorry, gentlemen. Innate curiosity.
I still can't believe that this dungeon is supposed to be for lower levels than crazy.
Ravenloft has a notoriously high body count.
Jack,
Alright.
I'll take Rose back if you have the time.
When we return to the room, when we are safe. Ish.
Alright, what are you guys doing?
We're going to the nursemaid's room, correct? Or the spare bedroom at the
Yeah, the spare bedroom.
yeah.
Okay, so on down to the spare bedroom. Everyone reaches there safely.
Wait outside the range until Elias's wears off.
Yeah, it didn't take long. But yes, Rose can unpossess you and repossess Alexandra now if you'd like.
Indeed.
Musical ghosts.
Playing musical ghosts, yes.
I'd like to apologize to both children.
Yes, I apologize specifically myself since I know they were scared of me for a moment there. I apologize and say that's what I had to do, and I'm sorry.
We're just glad you're okay.
Yeah, us too. Believe me.
I think we should all rest for quite a while.
Yeah, we can't take a long rest. Hasn't been 24 hours yet since your last long rest. But if you've got a short rest that you want to do, we can spend some time here.
Yeah.
I think
who
we
has,
need short rests.
Yeah. Elias has hit die left. Alexandra does not. Jack has got one. And Jeeves, you've got one. So everybody spends an hour and rests up some. And I will apply the effects of a short rest. Let's see. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so that should refresh everyone.
We're still not in very good condition, and I don't have any spells that I can use.
Well, I suggest we look for that dumbwaiter then and see if the house would be more than happy to provide us with a little bit of food to continue our adventure.
Retroactively, Mike, I'm going to use lay on hands before the rest on Alexandra.
Oh, alright, so that's 5 points.
Yeah.
Well, she has 19 out of 36. Let's see how everyone's doing here. It looks like the most worst off is still Jack and Jeeves.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Jack's worse off than Jeeves.
Okay, I'll use it on Jack then.
Alright, all 5? I will,
Yes.
Alright, that heals him almost all the way up now. He's feeling great. He's got 2 wound points left.
How does he only have 15 HP at level 3?
It's a sorcerer.
Also, neg 1 con.
Alright, I can lay on hands one time, and I also have channel ability, which can be used for turn undead or to heal us. So that'll be it.
For a short rest, you get that back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Children, do you think the house would be able to provide us with food if we tried again?
There's always food in the pantry.
There wasn't last time me and Jack went down to invest. Waiter did start to move.
Oh, that's different. We've never heard of that.
Well, we don't have much other choice as we can't, rest again yet. So we go check it out?
I think that would be our best bet.
Alright, who's going?
All of us should go, I think.
Yep.
Okay. You guys trudge yourselves through the hidden... Let's see, there's like a little hidden stairwell that you found. And past that, you get to the big spiral staircase, which at the bottom is a suit of armor that's shattered into its separate pieces at the bottom there. And then you continue on down. You can reach the kitchen. So let's see, I can take us down to the pantry. Just get what's up. Sure. Okay, all the way back on the first floor here, you find yourselves in the pantry. And just like last time, there doesn't appear to be any food, but you hear the dumbwaiter behind you in the kitchen. The bell rings, and you slowly hear it descending.
Just as last time, Jack. Do we stick around this time?
Sure.
Alright.
All right, you hear a thunk
I don't
as
think it would be best if we trusted the house.
it lands at the.
At least this once.
It lands apparently on the other side of the little door. Something stops, waiting for you.
I suppose I will be the brave one. I will trust the house and open up the door.
All right, you open the door to find a large platter full of turkey and chicken and other various meat items.
Thank you, house.
Can we run some kind of perception on the food? Check it out.
It smells kind of bland.
Wow. Meat is meat.
Arcana from Jack. 20.
Oh, really? That didn't show up for me. Huh, that's weird. I'm probably scrolled. Oh, yeah, I was scrolled wrong. Okay, Arcana check shows that the food is not magical.
How did it get made?
Didn't you listen to the children's explanation? They said that the house provides.
It provides non-magical food infinitely.
The kids say, you can eat it if you want, it's okay.
Not sure I believe that.
Hey, nothing could be worse than the pie.
Well, I have seen Alexandra produce meat from walls that apparently had nothing in them, so it surprised me.
I am going to help myself to some meat because I still am half dead.
All right, you take a big bite of meat, and it tastes bland. Tastes just as bland as it smells. Like it's food, but it's just not very good.
Disappointing, but food is food, and it provides sustenance and nutrition nonetheless.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do here on the first floor?
Well, I suppose we'll all try to eat.
All right. Everyone can eat the bland food. There's enough to go around.
Is the food rejuvenating at all?
Nope. Food just staves off the effects of exhaustion.
Well, damn, I'm still half dead.
Alexandra, could you ask the children if there's anything that in the house that could provide us some kind of healing or recovery?
Rose, do you have any bandages around here? Is there any sort of med kit around?
No, we don't know anything about ways to help. Sorry.
I take the look on your face to mean that they couldn't provide anything, correct?
They know nothing of first aid, Elias. Sorry.
Well, I believe I am fairly proficient in medicine as well as the healing arts, so I could do that as well.
Medicine? That heal check is basically to stabilize people.
Now you join her.
Even with like the little what you call it? I think I have something in my inventory. Or is that just for bringing people back too?
Yeah, the mess kit.
The mess kit's, just food.
That's food, yeah.
Death overcomes all.
Yeah, I think in my the cleric's pack or whatever, like the priest kit, I think it has some like items in it. But I don't see that in my inventory anymore. Anyway, I don't think I dragged that over. Well,
Boy, I gotta stop this Discord is going off on
it's playing quotes. Yeah.
there we go.
I do have a let's see. Well, no, I just have scrolls of bless, protection from poison, and spiritual weapons, so I don't actually have a healing scroll. Hmm. Well, what do you all say? Should we just wait until we can rest more, or go back to the basement?
Yeah, we probably need to wait and rest. Alexandra's still pretty hurt.
Her Discord just froze.
I agree. I think it's wisest to wait, mostly because I am out of anything that could help us much more at this point.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I think it wisest to wait for us to take a long rest as well.
Yeah, that I think we're all in agreement for that. So long as we keep a watchful eye to make sure the death house doesn't throw anything unexpected at us.
Okay, well, it was about midnight when you guys were adventuring down there with the shadows, so you would have to wait basically a full 24 hours here.
What?
You can only take a long rest every 24 hours? Oh, you did take a short rest for a couple of hours, I believe?
Yeah, we've taken 2 short rests at this point. I don't think we've had a long rest since before we came into the house.
Sure you did.
Yeah, we had one and we slept until like midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 4 in the afternoon. You guys slept 8 hours. Not slept, but rest. When you take a rest, it's just as long as you're not doing any heavy activity. Jack could have been reading books that he found and all of that kind of stuff too during that time.
Hmm. Okay.
But yeah, it's about 1 in the morning right now. Maybe more like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Since I put the dagger down, will the shadows stop following us?
Did you take the dagger with you? Or did you
No.
just leave it?
I put it back on the table when I fled.
Oh, the last you saw the shadows, they were fleeing you.
I wonder what kind of manner of dagger that was.
It was.
I'm not sure, but I learned my lesson not to touch.
It just looked like some kind of sacrificial blood-stained dagger that was in front of a painting of a gaunt man that had one of his hands resting on a wolf.
Yes, and all those figures were dressed in black robes. It reminded me of the black cloaks that were stored in the death house that one of us took earlier.
I took one. I'm wearing it.
Ah, yes. Do you think they look similar?
Identical.
Identical, even. Mr. Jeeves, would you join me in the main hall back here? There was a sword resting atop one of the mantles in one of these rooms.
Sure I will.
The main foyer. Oh, did we ever get the silver sword that Jeeves was going to give to me?
I got 2 swords. 2 silver swords.
Yeah, you were going to give one of them to me.
Which one do you want? You want the one that was stinky in the well, or the shiny one? Yeah, okay, the shiny one. I'll keep my little memento.
But Mr. Jeeves loves the shinies.
Well, at least you found the stinky one because you were shiny. So there's that.
That's true.
True.
Okay.
Do we have a map or anything? Or we just
Oh,
just going off
have
of-
you not had this shared to you the whole time? If you guys are going to the longsword, that's in this room here.
Yeah, I figured it was over there. Yeah. So I want him to
I
check.
thought it was in this room. I thought it was above the mantle here.
I thought so too, but I can't remember.
Hmm. Let me see here. Oh yeah, that's correct. It's mounted above that fireplace on the mantle.
All right. So I'd like for Mr. Jeeves to check this the mantle for traps and see if he can like surmise anything from the longsword itself. And we'll both perception check on it to see because I know it has like some sort of a windmill insignia on it, so it seems like a family sword. Wow.
Yeah. Jeeves can tell there's definitely no traps here.
It's
And,
shiny. I pay attention.
It looks like a normal longsword.
But it's adorned with their family insignia and whatnot, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, if you
Okay.
don't take it, I will.
Okay. I just wanted to check it for any sort of significance or clues or whatnot, but I don't think I need it, as it looks to be just a simple longsword like I've already gotten.
Yep. Alright, I'll add a longsword to your inventory there. And it's now in there, Mr. Jeeves.
Thank you, thank you.
You take it from the wall and add it to your weapon repertoire.
So I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the house that we could possibly examine while we're waiting. Anyone else have any ideas?
We could ask the children if they know of any secret passages or anything that we haven't quite discovered yet.
The dollhouse in our room shows all the secrets.
Wasn't there something on this first floor we hadn't checked out yet? Like a hidden passage somewhere.
Oh, yeah. You remember in the dollhouse there was a secret passage in the room with the wolves that are stuffed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Over here, it was underneath one of the chairs, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's in the corner.
Okay.
Corner that doesn't have a chair or a wolf or anything in it.
So
I
we'll
have no idea where my token is, but okay.
You guys are way, way, way like in the top right of the screen, I think. There you go.
There we are.
Alright, with that I'll get rid of our little party icon. Where'd it go?
It's underneath Jack.
Oh.
I'll drag the location indicator over here too.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to open the door?
Sure, I will.
Sure.
When you do...
Oh,
Oh, it's okay, it's okay. It just takes you, directly to the shadows.
Fantastic.
quick, close the door.
It looks like it leads downwards and ends at a the
Oh, that's like
opposite side of
wall.
when Mr. Jeeves had saw that clay that didn't really look like it met it. It looked right with the wall. No one ever touched that or inspected that, but you can tell kind of now that you've become so familiar with the basement that's probably where it would end up on.
That is an amazing coincidence.
Close the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, that wall is still sealed. From your end, you can see a wooden door. On the other side of it's all like meshed with clay and concealed with clay.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we will not descend there, but we don't actually know that that's where the shadows were. Right.
Not 100%, but you can make a pretty educated guess that in relation to the stairwell that you guys ascended and descended, the secret one, Now that you kind of know, especially with the dollhouse, of how that works with being a miniature version of all this,
Yeah.
that would go around to about the same area.
All right. Well, I will share that news with my friends. I think this descends actually to where we just fled from, where the shadows were. I do not know if they've returned, but that seems to be where they were. So we may need to steer away from this.
Let's make it a point not to find out.
Well, that was one idea. Mm. So we got a long sword. We got a way back to die.
And a day to kill. Starting
day to
at
kill?
2 a.m.
I'm going to check one of the windows and see if I can see that pie lady wandering out around the town.
Okay, just make a... You don't really see much but a misty road that looks very unused. Looks like these houses are commonly avoided. You also don't see the other versions of the children out there, where you last saw them waiting.
Elias will attempt to see if the doors to exit the house will actually open.
They open just fine.
Okay, so he'll start to step outside to see if that's possible to do.
Yes, nothing happens. You just exit the building.
I see. So I will return to my friends and say that we do not see barred exit from the building, so if we had to, if necessary, we may be able to flee the death house entirely, or this building that we're in, to find some other source of respite to restore our life and to heal us.
That may be advisable. Perhaps we should pay a visit to the gypsies.
That's up to you all. I can't say for sure how much more dangerous what's down there could be. That we may have just fallen into an unfortunate trap, which may be stronger than what we would face otherwise. I can't say for sure.
No one can hear you, Logan. Sorry.
Nope.
Well, perhaps the Vistani have a better way of healing me than we've currently found here in the house.
Well, all this talk of leaving really upsets Thorn and Rose, and they start crying in your head. Please don't leave us. You can't go.
We're taking you with us, children. Don't worry. And we'll always return to the house. We have unfinished business here, after all.
We can't leave the house.
Not even if we bring your remains.
I don't think so. No one's ever touched those before.
We've been carrying them this whole time.
Yes, but no one other than you has ever touched them.
Well, we could try to carry them over the threshold and see if it moves their spirits with us. Without actually leaving yet.
I shall give it a try.
Well, as you approach the door, she starts screaming, "Don't go, don't go." So, bones or not, she does not seem willing to leave.
Okay.
Now, you are willingly possessed, so there are some exceptions here that normally I wouldn't make. You could expel them from your mind. You can separate yourself willingly. That might not prevent them from trying to possess you, though. And being familiar with you, they might have an advantage for that.
Don't wish to upset her.
At the very least, Alexandra, if it comes to it, we could leave and get something to help you and come back.
I believe that may be our best bet.
Well, in the end, we are going to need a long rest regardless to restore our spell charges and as well as our hit points.
Why does Alexander have 11 temporary hit points?
I have no idea.
That's new.
Jack says, I'd volunteer to stay, but I've got the best rapport with the Vistani so far.
You also don't have a whole lot of coin left to offer them.
And he's
Well,
also
that rapport going to hold up.
he's also possessed still with Thorn, right?
Yes, that's true. But he could also, even though he was unwillingly possessed earlier, he offered both of the children passage and willingly let himself be possessed. So he can force them out.
Right.
But you guys know Thorn and Rose well enough to know that they probably would try to possess you against your own will at this point, if you're trying to leave.
Yeah.
They've made it quite clear they're terrified to be left alone. They've been so lonely for so long.
Could we invite the Vistani perhaps to the house to converse with Jack? Would they be up for that, I wonder?
How much are you willing to pay them?
Yeah. Well, we've already paid them quite a handsome amount of coin. Especially Jack. And myself.
Jack says, only one way to find out. A please and a thank you can go a very long way.
You could also go to Ismark and see if he has any healing items offhand, any bandages, any potions.
At the very least, we could purchase some from the trading shop. For a very high price.
And the priest still owes us as well.
I do not seek things that priest would owe us per se, but he may be willing to share his aid with us.
Jack says, potentially the priest may be able to help as well.
Right. Okay, so since we do have this day to kill, I suppose maybe me and Mr. Jeeves could venture out and seek out these two different individuals. Is that what we want to do?
We could do that.
It is 2 a.m.
We could wait.
Good point. Yeah, I've forgotten that part. Kind of lose a sense of time when you're in this place. Well, shall we wait till the morning, Mr. Jeeves?
That sounds like a wise plan.
Okay.
Well, if you wait till morning, let's see. Yeah, you still got quite a bit of wait left after that. Basically, you guys your goal is a long rest. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but we're running out of things to do to kill time until that long rest.
Yeah, however you guys want to, whatever you want to do, just let me know.
All right. Well, I guess we're tarrying until 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. until me and Mr. Jeeves go out into the town.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess I will wander upstairs and go to play that piano. The children could do with some music to calm them down after such a harrowing adventure.
All right. Harpsichord works perfectly. It's kept its tune. In fact, the first 2 floors of this seem to be quite immaculate, very well kept. Unnaturally so, really, because there's no residents here. All right, and for Mr. Jeeves and Elias, let me share this here. Uh,
Alright.
You are currently at the death house, so that's where the cross is marked. Where would you like to go in this early morning?
Well, it appears that the tavern where the gypsies are is closer to us. But I think we hit there on the way back because we're going to ask them to follow us back. So I guess we'll go to the church first.
Yep.
All right, so all the way up to the church in the early morning, you find the doors open, and in one of the bedrooms, you hear a snoring.
I will call out for the father.
Okay, as soon as you call for Donovich, you hear his snoring cease, and he comes to the door to greet you. Yes, oh, my friends, how can I help you? What brings you to the church at this early hour?
Oh, Father Donovich, it is good to see you, brother. I'm sorry to disturb you in this early morning hour, but we come in a certain time of need. My friends and I have been searching this house in your city. It seems to be cursed. It seems to renew itself regularly. You may be familiar with what I'm talking about, yes?
Oh, yes, the death house, that cursed haunted house.
So you do call it the Death House. Yes, we are currently investigating it. We've made quite a bit of progress, but two of my compatriots have been possessed by children's ghosts. You may be familiar with those figures as well. So they're not currently able to leave and are currently wounded. I was trying to seek out any manner of help you could give us, any healing items or provisions you may be able to provide.
God has given me gifts. I can bless you and heal your wounds. Normally I would stay as far away from that place as possible, but should you ask me to, I would be brave enough. I feel safe enough in your company to accompany you there.
Excellent. That is most helpful, sir. Well then, if you'd be up to following us, I will lead you there, and we, of course, promise to protect you the best we can. And I will note that once you enter the house, you seem to be allowed free reign to exit it as you will.
Well, I have not had my morning prayers yet, so currently I am not blessed with any miracles, but if you give me the time...
Yes, I will give you the time, definitely. I will be conversing with someone else before we go, so I will come back to visit you shortly.
Very well, then.
Okay. And as me and Mr. Jeeves are walking away, I mentioned to him as we head back to where the gypsies are, it may be quite problematic getting the priest and the gypsies to travel together, as he is very untrusting of their company. So, so long as we may be able to pace out the two visits, I think we might be safe. I'm not sure if the priest will be up for doing anything as long as those are present with us.
True. Or we could split up and we can take a group each.
Yes, I think that might be wise. So if you wouldn't mind, I could take the priest with me to the death house, and then later, after that's over, we could take the Vistani to the death house.
Jeeves is going to wind up with his own personal harem of Vistani.
He is a very handsome butler, I must say. But yeah, I think that's the plan currently. And as I'm conversing with Mr. Jeeves and we're heading to the tavern, I leave him there. Well, as long as he's agreeing to the plan, which it sounds like he did.
Yep.
And then I head back up north to the church and wait outside, kind of passively, to see if I can find out if Father Donovich is prepared.
You abandoned my butler to the mercy of the gypsies.
No, they've been pretty nice.
I have shinies. They'll be okay.
Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, Elias is going to stay at the church waiting, and Mr. Jeeves is going by himself to the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
Yep.
Yes. So the plan is, since I don't think that the priest and the Vistani are going to mix very well, they're kind of like oil and water in my mind, because the priest is very distrusting of the Vistani. We're going to lead them there separately.
Okay.
And have one big surprise party at the house.
Well, hopefully they don't see each other. But,
How do you think our companions are faring, Jack?
Jack is silent as his Discord is not working, but his chat box is, and I'm sure he's listening to us.
He can type.
Better than we are.
Better than we are.
Well, Mr. Jeeves arrives at the Blood on the Vine Tavern. It doesn't take but a couple of minutes' walk, and it is not open this early in the morning. Seems like the tavern's locked up. But you can assume that they're in there.
Okay, I give the door a nice, good, hard knock.
All right. With a good hard knock, you hear some scuffling. It takes a few minutes as someone sounds like they're just unexpectedly gathering themselves and then coming to the door. And then the door cracks open a little bit, and you see one of the Vistani women that owns the bar peering at you with very sleepy and tired eyes. Yes, right. How can we help you? Do you need a room?
Huh?
Do you need a room to sleep in?
No. Actually, I came looking for help.
What can I help?
Well, my group is in need of our gypsy friends.
Gypsies, what are
to help
gypsies?
us. The what are they, Vasanti?
Vistani.
Yay.
Oh, yes, we are Vistani. Why? How can we help you?
Well, we have a death house to the east of us that needs we need help clearing.
Oh, no, there's no way that we would ever approach the death house. That's a haunted house. We will have nothing to do with that. That's bad stuff.
We know that, and we're trying to clear it.
Well, how would we help
really-
anyway? We are just tavern owners.
Killing me, Jeeves.
Well, they have a fair bit of treasure there that we're trying to get to.
There's no treasure worth more than my life. Happy birthday in an hour. Love you. Hope you had a good adventure.
Tomorrow I'm gonna go around and get a free stuff. I get a free gift of Ultra, a free gift of Connecticut, a free gift of Moose, a free
Oh,
gift
good
of
lord.
Starbucks. They sent me all the emails and I'm like, they're gonna be a feast.
Cool. So
That's
yeah,
true.
she doesn't look very willing to help. Would you like to say anything else? She looks like
will
she.
probably have a better chance. Yeah. I don't think there's anything I'm going to be able to say that's going to persuade her.
Check the in-game chat, dude.
Well, she says, like, what would you have us do? Why are we so special to help with this? What made you think of me?
Well, do you remember Elias, the Wyvern Slayer?
Oh yes, him and his cute friend. We like them.
Well,
They
they
should
need your
tell them that they still have these two jackholes over here that are staying in the tavern waiting for them. They said they were hired for a job. They're given lots of gold, so you know it's good to know you're still alive.
They don't think very highly of their men, do they?
Well, they're still alive for now, but if we don't get your help, then they're not going to be alive for very long.
What is it we could possibly help with? The death house is not a place we would want to go, and if we got there, we don't know what you would want us to do anyway.
You don't have any weapons or spells or...
No, we're just tavern owners. We deal in wine and beds. That's what we do. If you need weapons,
drink
you can talk to Bildrath. He sells all the weapons. I'm
They
very
know
sorry.
things.
There's we appreciate everything that you've done for our little village, but I don't think that we would be much use.
Ask them if they have any bandages.
Say what?
Healing items.
Oh, it's true. Alright. Okay, so do you have any bandages or medical aid that we could use in our attack?
If I give you bandages, will you leave?
Maybe.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. And she closes the tavern's front door, disappears for a minute or two, and just brings back a handful of ripped up sheets that look like they would make good bandages.
Oh my god.
What the
Dishonor
heck?
on you, dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your whole family.
She says, these old sheets we use for bandages, you know, so I hope they help you. Please, if you need to return when it's not so damn early, I have a hangover.
Magical gypsy sheets. Hooray.
And she's starting to close the door unless you're going to protest. Clunk, and the door's closed.
Sorry. I'm tempted to just use my thieving skills and sneak into a window and take what they got, but that might not go down very well.
Yeah, no, please.
Alright. I got my sheets.
Okay.
So I guess I'm gonna head back to the house.
So you're heading over to the death house, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to Elias and see if he wants to give his friends a chance.
So are you going to Elias or are you going to the house? Elias is up at the
Elias
church.
still at the church?
Yes, he's waiting on...
Maybe with him there then.
Okay, so you and Elias wait at the church for a couple of hours. Let me fast forward our time a little bit. Alright, it's about 10 in the morning now. And Father Donovich comes out. He looks like he's bright and awake, nervous but prepared. He says, "By the will of God, I will do what you need me to. I'm ready when you are."
All right, thank you, Father. We greatly appreciate it. And at this point, Jeeves has filled me in on the sheet situation, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think if I had the time before, I might have gone there before the 2 hours, but we'll go with this. This is fine. So we'll escort Father Donovich to the death house.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, 15's good. Elias notices, on the way there's that woman that is peddling pies. It looks like she is having an argument with one of the homeowners. You can hear her talk about not getting her payment, and it looks like she's arguing with the homeowners about not getting gold, so she's going to have to take a child. And there's a little boy that looks like he's very unwilling to go. He's basically being shoved into a sack, and the parents just stand there like they're accepting this end of the deal as she's handing them a pie.
All right, so Elias shouts out to the pie dealer and to the family that's currently undergoing this transaction. Stop! Halt! In the name of God, I command you to stop this nonsense.
The old woman just kind of looks at the homeowner, and she says, "This is the deal that they wish to make. This is their children to give."
No, I will give you the gold they require for you to leave them alone.
This is an expensive pie. I think I like this deal better with the child.
You will not like the deal better with the child, or you will face the wrath of the Creator.
If you need to meddle in my business, then you will have to catch me first. And off she starts pushing her cart with this child in a bag. What do you want to do?
Let's see. I don't want to actually hurt her. So she's taking the child with the... Jeeves, shall we give pursuit? What do you say?
I think so. I think we should save the kid.
All right, yeah, the child is innocent in this. We will give chase to the pie woman, and she can't be that fast pushing a cart with us being two grown men. I give the Father Donovich the word to find safety and wait for us in this general vicinity, because I'm sure he's not a fast runner.
Yeah, he's already sweating and he hasn't moved hardly at all. So, yep. Okay, you start pursuing her and you overtake her, not but about 40 feet away. What do you want to do?
I'm going to jump in front of the cart.
Okay, she attempts to run you over with it. You have the opportunity to either dodge out of the way or do whatever you would like. Maybe push against it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'm going to try and brace.
Okay, so with the momentum that she's got and the speed with the weight of this cart, roll a strength check.
Oh God, please be more than a 2.
Yes. Okay. You stop and you hear the kid in the bag. He's squealing. He does not want to be in there. She says, fine, you got me. You can have the kid. I don't need your gold. Just leave me alone. It was fair payment. It was, if you want to be mad at anyone, be mad at their parents. Good help is so hard to find these days. And she empties the child out of the sack. She said, I'll be seeing you next time your parents want some pies. And the kid starts screaming and disregarding both of you. He looks like he's running back to his parents' house.
Woman, no one asked you to deal in drugs and illegal substances. It is not the family's fault that you've caused such an addiction in this town.
There are no laws against what I'm doing.
There are the laws of the gods against you, so I suggest that you flee.
And flee I shall, thank you. And she starts pushing her cart off.
Well, I say gods, but, I mean God. Anyway,
No pie for
right.
Alex?
So we attempt to safely acquire the child and get him out of the bag and try to comfort him.
Oh, he's already on his feet and running towards the house.
Let me think here. Son, are you sure that's what you want to do? Your parents seem to not have wanted you.
If you're going to talk to him, you're probably going to have to grab him because he's paying you no regard.
Okay, let's run after him and try to grab him.
Okay, it's easy enough to do. You grab the child and he comes to his senses for a second and says, "Thank you for stopping her."
Oh, it was the right thing to do, son. Do you know what just happened to you?
My parents, they buy her pies. I guess they couldn't afford any more, and they traded me instead.
Son, that is no way to live. Are you familiar with this man over here? And I gesture towards Father Donovich.
Yes, everyone knows that the church and its priest.
Father, and I address Father Donovich, would you be willing to give this child amnesty, or do you think the Abbey would be able to provide him a safe home where he would live out of the influence of this addiction that's taking grips of the town?
Oh, ever since I've lost Doru, I've had to make meals that were made for 2 like I usually cook, but I only eat enough for 1, so having an extra mouth to feed will not pain me at all.
Son, this is only in the end it is your decision, but I would greatly encourage you to find the home of someone who would care for you. And the Father Donovich, as you know, is a great man. Your parents may come out of this eventually once we dispel the miasma, the evil of this town, and perhaps we could pull them out of the stupor that they're in with this addiction they're dealing with and what just happened to you. But until then, I would encourage you to stay with Father Donovich, as he would be quite the loving father to you.
Father Donovich gets down on one knee and brings the little boy in close and says, "You can stay with me until your parents get better. I promise I will take care of you." And the little boy, he doesn't look like he knows what to do, but Donovich pushes a little farther and says, "We can go back to your parents whenever you want, but just for now, how about spending the rest of the day with me?" And with that compromise, the little boy nods his head, okay. But you can tell that he'll be accompanying you to the death house, along with Father Donovich.
Okay, excellent. So we all head along down the road to the death house with the child in tow.
Okay. It looks like this part of the street is just as abandoned as usual, and you have Father Donovich, the new child, in tow, and you can enter the house.
Okay, and as we're traveling, I'll ask the child, "Son, what is your name?"
My name's Paulton.
Paulton, it's good to meet you. My name is Elias, and this is Mr. Jeeves. So as we'll continue on and enter the house.
All right. You hear a harpsichord playing upstairs.
Still, huh? All right. So I'll call out for Alexandra and for Jack.
Son, are you still on voice chat? That might be a no.
Text, apparently not.
And Logan, if you wanted to disconnect and reconnect, maybe that would help Discord out.
Yeah, I see his circle lighting up once in a while.
That's better.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, we're giving Jack a moment too.
Well, actually, it's 11, so if we wanted to stop now, this would be a good time. Do have work in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be all right. I think this is a decent spot to start because it's almost like we're getting healed soon, so it'd be a good time to start again.
I'm kind of disappointed. I thought we would have made it a little further tonight.
Yeah. Tough fight, and it's been a lot of combat lately. And you guys didn't fight the stuff. Well, I don't know, the Mimic. I was looking forward to that, but
Those shadows were a bitch, though. Oh my god, why?
Right, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, we can hear
Yay!
Okay.
you. We can hear you just as it's winding down. About time to go to sleep.
Bastards didn't bring any pie.
Oh, yeah, they'll have to tell you about their adventures with the Pie Lady when we reconvene next week. Or, not next week, Wednesday.
Yeah, just 3 days.
Yep. And then hopefully you guys can finish out the Death House. I swear you're close.
Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, even if we didn't make it all that far, we had some really pretty good role playing there near the end. I enjoyed that.
Yep, me too. I was not expecting for you guys to acquire a child. I never know what to think.
Well, Elias is a pretty nice cleric paladin guy, so that was what he was going to do. So
Yeah. It's funny you guys just did all that in the right order to end up with this unexpected result.
You brought back a child. You didn't bring me any pie?
it was
What's wrong with you?
There was no way he was going to buy a pie in that situation.
You could have stolen one. You have a thief right there in your midst.
Oh,
That's
that is true. Oh well, hindsight's 20/20, isn't it?
I mean, no priest cleric is going to let somebody steal some drugs. Like, what? Come on.
Why not? She's not going to get paid for them. You know, feeding her habits and her supply.
You can sneak some gold to your butler to run thieving like runs for you later. You know, when I'm not around, that'll be fine.
I can do
And you're
it.
condoning this. Okay.
Yeah, it's like I'm fine with it as long as I don't know about it.
No, that's out of character. No.
As long as its back is turned, you know, whatever.
Like God sees all, but you know, I can only see so much.
Well, you guys have already stolen things that he probably knows about, so I don't know. I guess it is what it is.
All right. Well, I am off to bed.
All right. Thanks,
No,
Mike.
Mike,
Yep.
thank you.
Hey,
Yep.
Mike.
Whew.
God damn it.
Yeah, that was rough.
Freaking shadows, man.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like 80% of that that episode was like me trying to figure out how to heal everybody.